Hey guys, so now I want to talk to you about the Pitta Dosha. So, Pitta represents fire, and fire is something that is the most important element for us to have in our bodies because our fire is our digestion, called our Agni. So, without fire, you are unable to metabolize or digest or regulate anything. Your fire is what makes your body circulate and keep going. So, people who are high in pitta have very, very strong digestions. They actually have the fastest metabolisms of the three doshas, but at the same time, since their stomachs secrete so much acid, they're the most prone towards hyperacidity, which is heartburn. So if sometimes you feel like when you eat too much, you can feel some sort of acid reflux, that can be a sign of too much pitta. Pitta types mentally are very goal oriented. They are competitive. They are very achievement minded. But sometimes that can make them become very irritable because they put all this work into something and then when it doesn't follow through, they get just kind of agitated with it. They can be impatient even with the people that they love the most. And it's something that's out of their control. It's like when you have a lot of fire inside of you, it just sort of snaps towards the people that you care about and whoever's around you. But when pitta types channel their energy in the correct ways, it can be very, very powerful. Pitta types are the most likely to be leaders and politicians and real game changers, public speakers, because they know what they want and they know how to get there. Unlike vata types who are idealists, pitta types are very realistic. They'll say, this is my 5-year game plan. I need to do X, Y, and Z, and they will fulfill those steps and get to that goal. So pitta types, I commend you. Um, but the problem is sometimes they don't put in times for themselves. They don't see what's the point in meditating or just doing something for the sake of doing it. For them, everything has to have an end goal. And this can be a very unhealthy way of looking at the world because you're always doing something for an external reason. Pitta types can really let their egos get into their way. They may avoid even being friends with someone because they question, what can that person do for me? And in life, sometimes not everyone's going to do something for you. You just need to do things for the sake of doing it, for the sake of experiencing it. So I very much recommend for pitta types just to do things, to take it easy, practice yoga, walk on the beach, go slow, take an art class, do things just for the sake of being alive, because that's really going to help you more than checking off another thing on your to-do list really is. Even if you don't see it now, when you're overwhelmed and overstressed, you're going to wish you took more time for yourself. Now, when it comes for food, pitta types have natural fire within them, so that means we need to cool it down with the foods that we eat. So they're actually the best on raw foods. I don't recommend a fully raw diet unless you are really able to thrive off of that. But for a typical pitta, depending on the season, in the summertime you can be on a very cooling diet. So for breakfast you can have an overnight oats, for example, or some fruit with yogurt. For lunch, you can have like a mixed green salad with various nuts and maybe some mung beans, which are a type of easy to digest lentil soup. Um, for dinner, you can have different roasted vegetables with various dips like baba ganoush, which is an eggplant dip, or with hummus and um, different cooling and cleansing ingredients. So a lot of mint, parsley, cilantro, just things that will bring your body to a cooler state. Coconut water, fresh fruits, and go seasonally. In the summertime, go more towards, the melons and the strawberries and whatever is available then. In the winter times, go towards the pomegranates and the persimmons and whatever is natural to the season and to the climate, because our nature created these fruits to eat at the certain times because those are the qualities that they're going to bring to our bodies. So for pitta types, since you are naturally hot, I think you should very much avoid spicy foods, even though you are very attracted towards them, because these cayenne pepper and sriracha and things like that are just going to make your pitta even stronger, and that's going to make you more agitated, more competitive, and go towards a pitta imbalance, which is very different than a balanced pitta who is a focused, strong leader who makes their goals and is not frustrated, who empowers people rather than bosses them around. So if you have any questions about the pitta type, please leave a comment. You can also be a mixture between a vata and a pitta, which is personally what I am. I'm a vata first and then a pitta. So sometimes the pitta in me comes out that I want to go hiking and race to the top, and I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I can really overwork myself, whether it's at the gym or putting too many projects to go. And then the vata side in me is I want to travel the world, and I'm very creative and things like that. So use both of your doshas for you. Use the positives of both. Be in balance in both of them, and you can achieve miraculous things. Now, a pitta kapha would be someone who perhaps has more oily skin. Pitta types have oily skin as well as kapha types, and they may sometimes feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything, I just want to chill, and then other times go on a rant that there's so many things that they need to do, and then they're frustrated with themselves. Why was I just watching TV all day yesterday when I could have been doing X, Y, and Z? And then that's very dangerous because you go from totally not caring to over caring. And when you're balanced in between, then you can use that kapha to chill you out and then that pitta to get you going. And that can be the perfect marriage between the two elements. So find out what your natural prakriti is, which is the natural doshas that you were born with, and then see whether you're imbalanced, whether you're feeling overly stressed and overly worked and undernourished, because that's a sign that your pitta may be too strong. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'd love to answer them. Bye, guys.